Paris Hilton shocks Muslim women with this. With what? This is a video by Smile to Jannah. Jannah means heaven in Islam, in the Quran. And it's by this guy. So let's watch this. By the way, hi everyone in the live chat. If you guys watching this later, make sure you hit the not just the subscribe button, but also the notification bell so you could join everybody like AJ and Soha here and everyone else. Yep. Luke is here. Harshit is here. The Smithy is here. Skeptic Skeptic Bubble is here. And yeah, okay, so Soha is saying audio is great. AJ is saying audio is great. Thank you so much. Okay, let's watch this video. Okay, this is about Paris Hilton and Muslim women. How are they related? How does that make any sense? We shall see. We shall see.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing clips from Paris Hilton.
Whoa, double speed. Wait, this is normal speed. So I think I have to. There.
Hilton's documentary.
All right, let's go back. Let's go start.
All right, guys, so I'm going to be showing clips from Paris Hilton's documentary. Obviously, she's not going to be wearing hijab, so if that's an issue, you're more than welcome to click away.
Okay, so the black and white area, the first 7 seconds was basically a trigger warning for the Muslims who are watching. Look, you see the disclaimer down here? It says, disclaimer, no hijab people shown. So they're going to show Paris Hilton, and she's not going to have hijab on. So he has to put a trigger warning for his Muslim audience in case they don't want to watch it, because imagine having to live that life that you cannot watch any YouTube videos if there is woman without hijab in it. Oh my god! Like how could you go through life if that's the standards that you have to deal with? Oh my god, that's the. But I mean, it seems like he thinks like most of his audience will watch it. So this is like even a fringe group of his audience that won't watch it because they're like, look away if you don't like women without hijab. Oh, by the way, happy Blasphemy Day. We're going to have a live stream coming soon in 12 hours about that with Susanna. So tune in for that. But anyway, so subscribe again so you can see that. But anyways, let's continue.
As for the rest of us.
But yes, happy Blasphemy Day. Oh, look, he says the rest of us, the majority of us, right? So I wonder what's the excuse? What's the Islamic excuse for the majority of them who do watch this video? Maybe Deborah in the live chat would know. What is the excuse that you could watch a video with women without hijab on it, right? So, I mean, okay, I don't know.
Hailed as the model of...
You see these black squares? These are probably like too much skin, right? These are like they're covering, they're covering Paris Hilton and maybe one of her friends here. They're showing too much skin, so the editors constantly. I don't know. The editors aren't the editors Muslim as well? Are they sinning while looking at these areas and trying to hide all the skin?
As the model of success for our millennial girls. The teacher of Kim Kardashian.
I wouldn't be here today.
Look at this black square. It's like probably like hiding all the way up to her chin.
If it hadn't been for, number one, her starting off in the reality world and her introducing me to the world.
I have 19 product lines, skincare, makeup.
Yeah, British Pakistani atheists is saying, how do they walk down the typical British street? Yeah, and they just lower their gaze. They lower their gaze, and here's how it works. I think, okay, as long as they do their best effort, if they see something, it's not their fault. They're making their best effort, right? I think that's what they would say. Looking straight down on the floor, bumping into people. Yes, yeah, the chest is too much. Yeah, how did these people survive in Western countries? Well, I mean, a lot of them have their own Muslim areas. Again, there are many Muslims that don't mind all of this. So this is just like the crazy ones.
Every type
again, hashtag not all
product you can imagine.
That's right, Paris Hilton. In this video, I'm going to show you how she is making us question our ideals and aspirations, frankly.
God.
Paris is famous for, well, being famous. And not to mention one of the most famous women on the planet, Kim Kardashian, was Paris's stylist and assistant. She's blonde, she's beautiful, she's rich.
My fragrances, we've done almost $3 billion in sales. I
Jeez.
travel over 250 days a year, all around the world.
Let's face it, she's all the things that the girls nowadays or the women nowadays aspire to be like. Why? Because they believe that once they reach those levels, when they look a certain way, when they have a certain amount of wealth, if people know them, then that feeling, yeah,
GB saying, "Hey, look, he also has a black square on his chest. Yeah, he's censoring his own cleavage."
that feeling that they have of emptiness, it will be filled. Why? Because let's face it, yeah, magazines, yeah, TV, movies, all of them push that same criteria for success. So it is a very interesting case study. When we hear Paris say some of the things that she said, that's the reason why it hits so hard and it hits home. Because Paris is somebody that I don't think I need to sell it to you.
Paris really started that movement of having paparazzi follow your every move.
If Paris says something, or somebody like Paris, like I've done a video of Nargis Fakhri, yeah, she was a Bollywood celebrity. I've done.
Oh wait, maybe we should review these. Bollywood celebrity, famous actress reveals all. Hey, I'm gonna do. Maybe I could do like something on this, eh? What do you guys think?
One on Lady Gaga,
Okay.
which I will put in the
Bollywood, like we have a lot of now Indian followers. So if I do this Islam guy reviewing a Bollywood celebrity, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a lot of people interested. So that might be a good video. What is this? Famous actress reveals are okay. I might do a video on this.
description. Definitely check out. So these are case studies. Whether we like it or not, if we're living in these Western nations, our girls consciously or subconsciously look up to this. So when Paris says stuff like this,
travel all around the world and I've seen nothing except hotel room, club, stores. I don't even know who I am sometimes. Putting on this, facade or just like happy, perfect life. Just had this plan and then created this brand and this persona and this character, and I've been stuck with her ever since. I'm scared to go to bed at night. I have horrible insomnia.
boy, it's enough to make a person question, hang on a minute, if everybody's chasing that lifestyle and the people from that lifestyle are saying this.
But the thing is, I don't even give a about any of these things. I've hardly worn any of these shoes.
Something is not right here, brother.
And you're always saying to me, you need to make your $1 billion. Like that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
Make $1 billion.
that's just my goal in life. It's like when I do that, I'm gonna be happy. I think once you do your goal, you just want to keep going more and more.
And then what?
And then I'll be happy.
And notice her smiling when she's saying this, because even she knows what she's saying is nonsense, frankly. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's saying one thing, but her body is saying, come on, I mean, who are we kidding right here? And
So remember the model that I told you guys about, how it works with these salespeople of dogma, all dogma, Islam, Christianity, far right, wokeism, all of them. The best sales model that they have is that they communicate with you a problem that does exist, and they communicate it well, and you keep nodding and like, yes, that is an issue, and this is an issue that he is, I mean, it's been identified by many people better than him as a problem, something that people dreams that people chase, and then when they get it, they notice that it's not giving them the happiness that they thought it would, and they keep chasing it, and they don't. And also, getting used to, as soon as you get what you always wanted, it takes very short amount of time that it loses its attraction and then you want to go chase the next high, and you always find yourself chasing, and you're not getting satisfied by things that you always thought will give your life happiness, right? This is something that many people have wrote about and talked about. And especially when it comes to people that are, like, for example, there's a lot of analysis done on what actually makes us happy, right? Rather than things that we think makes us happy. It's been analyzed, and there's a lot of research on it. And to actually figure that out, it's better to go look at those analysis rather than this dude, which is going to now, after identifying a problem, which is easy to point out problems. It's easy to be like, look at that, that's a problem. And then people like, yay, you're so right, wise man, that is a problem. But that is the easy part. The easy part that everyone claps. It's the solution that is the difficult part. But because everybody claps like, wow, you're so wise, you're right, you're so right, this is a problem. What is our solution, great master? Teach us, given how great you are at telling us what the problem is, what is the solution? And then comes in the poison, which is mislabeled as medicine. That poison is Islam or Christianity or far-right nationalism or woke dogma. Okay? Again, people clapped too fast when the easy part is done. It's like Trump. Trump is like, oh, this is a problem in the country. That's a problem in the country. And people are like, yes. That is a problem in the country. Oh, you're right. That's why I'm going to vote for you. Like, anybody can do that. All right. But let's see what these... Okay, so people are like, oh, look at this. This is not going to give you happiness. By the way, another thing that doesn't give you happiness, that's almost guaranteed to keep you in misery. A lot of people don't understand. Okay, so the thing with wealth, and does wealth bring you happiness? Yes, if it gives you security, okay? But the problem is, the thing that wealth does for you is makes you not have to worry about things that people are constantly like, where my food comes from. Can I pay for rent? Can I pay for this? Can I pay for my healthcare? Blah, 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 all of this. Can I send my kids to school? That source of stress not being there is a major source of happiness, right? But the problem is that most people are morons, and as soon as they make more money, they have lifestyle inflation as well. So they never enjoy that security. Okay? They're like, oh, I made more money. Oh, I guess I get to have a bigger house now or a bigger car now, and now go travel more. So now the same stress that you had before, now you're going to have it again, because you're not going to be able to maintain every month. You have to be like, hey, wait, can I maintain this lifestyle now? So the wealth is supposed to bring you calm and safety and security. So your lifestyle has to be way back behind the amount of money you're making. Again, no amount of cars or big houses or travel or whatever is not going to be as valuable as just not having to worry about, holy crap, can I pay for this? That stress going away is so valuable that you should just forget about lifestyle inflation. Unless you just really made it, right? And that's what people are morons, okay? That's why even when they make more money, they're still stressed. They're like, I have $10 million, but I need $10 million because my lifestyle needs $20 million, right? So that can.
Not to mention, of course, the suppressed trauma that she's faced in that boarding school. That trauma then manifested in materialism, in rebellion.
After being
Let's
at
see
that
your
school,
solution. Let's see your
I just didn't want
solution.
anyone to know.
And you guys know where this is going. You guys know what the solution going to be. And we're going to see if that's okay. Fine, we agree with you. This is not a source of happiness. This doesn't bring you happiness. Let's see what brings happiness to women. Okay, this is again. Oh, Paris Hilton. That's not a good role model for women. This stuff is not going to bring you happiness. Muslim women, do not look at Paris Hilton. Then where should they look? Let's see.
No, and I didn't want to be embarrassed. was so obsessed with looking perfect on the outside. That's why I always have to project basically what I think the public wants.
The mask I put on and the way I am and like this extravagance and the photos of me, like all this is stemmed just from this place.
So Paris Hilton's lifestyle, yeah, is manifested in our sisters and daughters by the hijab coming off, by the provocative selfies that they feel they have to post to get the likes. Yeah, if they don't get the likes, they don't get that dopamine rush, they don't feel good. And not to mention plowing on makeup for hours, making sure that their eyelashes are right, their hair is right, you know what I'm saying? The blemishes are hidden, all for boys that, let's face it, are emotionally handicapped. Yeah, they're
Okay, first of all, it's not just for boys, it's also for their own self-confidence. And Muslim girls do that all the time.
they only think from one organ of their body. Yeah, because they're going through
Okay,
that.
okay, hey. I don't know what you. Hell, hold on, guy. I don't know if this is projection. Don't speak for the rest of us. So like, oh, men are idiots and they only think with one organ of their body. Speak for yourself. Can you please not include? I mean, I don't do sex shaming. I mean, thinking about satisfying your sexual desires is completely a-okay, but that's not the only thing many of us think about. We think about other things as well. So please do not generalize if that's what you think about all the time. Yeah, no. Like, what is this sexism? Like, oh yeah, all men are like this. No, shut the hell up.
Emotionally handicapped.
No, emotionally.
All for boys that, let's face it, are emotionally handicapped.
Oh,
Yeah?
go screw yourself. Shut the hell up. I'm not emotionally handicapped. Speak for yourself.
They only think from one organ of their body.
What?
Yeah?
That's you, okay? That's you. That's what the hell?
Because they're going through that stage. That's
Oh,
who you're trying.
Going there. Maybe it's just talking about young men. Even young men. I was like a teenage boy, and I remember being extremely horny. And even, I mean, that nothing has changed. But even then, I had other things that I cared about a lot. So yeah.
to impress these boys that only want one thing, and then when they break your heart, then you're surprised and then you blame all men? No, you're looking in the wrong place. But I think the main question is why Paris is feeling like this? Because we are duped. Yeah, we are duped into thinking that happiness comes from the external, when happiness comes internally, it comes from the inside, mate. That's right. So when we compromise our ideals and our beliefs and our morals just so we can reach it, and then we realize that the feeling that we expected to come from it is not necessarily coming from it, then we become depressed. We become annoyed and frustrated because we've reached the pinnacle. We've compromised everything. We've risked everything and it just has not worked. Why? Because the Creator has not put satisfaction into those things. Allah tells us, "Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub." You have to, just like in the IKEA catalog, you have to put that screw in first to do the next two steps. You have to realize, if you want to be happy, yeah, all these books on being happy, if you want to be happy, it will come in the remembrance of your Lord.
So all these books and all these scientists and all these experts and all these research, that's not where you get happiness, Muslim woman. That's not where it comes from. It comes from the Lord. It comes from Allah. Okay, we'll see.
Many a times these people have problems and they feel that just because they're going to become a celebrity, those problems are going to disappear. Celebrity doesn't make your problems disappear. Yeah, you run from your problems. You look back, your problems are following you like a shadow. Try to escape your shadow on a hot summer's day. Same with your problems. You run from your problems. You drink or you listen to music or you intoxicate yourself. Okay, but your problem's still going to be there at the end of it. You're delaying the problem. And when I say the solution comes from inside, yeah, let me clarify this because many people don't clarify it. It means mastering your mind and connecting with your soul by fulfilling your purpose. Yeah, what Allah's told us in the Quran.
What Allah See, guys, they're getting these buzzwords from other people that are coming up with solutions. They're borrowing from actual like scientists, but also from, this woo stuff, new ageism, and maybe from some meditation gurus. And they're like, and then they're smuggling a line. They're like, oh, get in touch with your mind. And, they're not very specific. Usually, like, those books that he mentioned, that say like, oh, don't look at those actually get specific, but these like, oh, just get in touch with your mind this way, and then Allah gets smuggled in, right? And like, oh, but the way that Allah told us in Quran. But we'll see.
Right, fulfilling your purpose and understanding the psychology of your behavior. And this can be done by reading books, by watching these videos on YouTube, by even seeing a therapist or a psychologist and, having some assistance. And of course, like Paris says, I mean, you become bored. Yeah, we become bored with one phone. Yeah, that we've had for the whole year. And even eating the same food for 3 days, we become bored. So if you're putting all your aspirations on a certain amount of followers or celebrity or money or whatnot, when you finally get it, you become bored. And thirdly, I wanted to say it's because fame is never ending. Money is never ending. Yeah, respect is never ending. There'll always be somebody there that has more following than you, that commands more respect than you. And we live in a global village where it's very difficult to be top of your game. Yeah, so gratitude here is key. Yeah, learning gratitude, and this is something that is
See, these are like he's using some stuff. Again, gratitude. That's one of the, actually that's true. Like there are studies show that if you do some gratitude exercises, like if you actually write every day the things that you are satisfied with in your life, that really does help in promoting happiness, like increases. So they are like, they bring something, just throwing around some things that they saw from, I don't know, meditation focused people, and then some actual studies that maybe he looked into, done a little bit of research on that. But again, he's right in between the lines. He just smuggles in the Allah and the Quran in between the things that he's heard other places. But the source of like 90% of the things that he's saying, actually 99% of the things that he's saying has nothing to do with Islam. And he doesn't, like, he will never make it even attempt to show why it has anything to do with Islam, why any of what you said has anything to do with Islam. What does Islam actually bring you any happiness?
Islam teaches us,
And we'll look into that. He's not going to do that. We'll look into that
as well. Every salah we start with Alhamdulillah. Yeah, every single salah, that's what we start. Salatul Janazah we start like that. Salatul Eid we start with that. Gratitude Allah is instilling within us.
Oh, gratitude. Oh, okay. So the problem with gratitude in religion is that you put your gratitude to something, to somewhere that it doesn't deserve any gratitude. To fake imaginary, so obsessed with giving that you can't even be gratitude for anything else in your life, right? Like even when you say Barakallah, like even when if I want to be thankful to somebody else or to congratulate them, I have to give credit not to that person but to God. Like you guys have ruined, like, yes, gratitude is a major source of happiness, but you guys have managed to even ruin that by redirecting it to somewhere that it doesn't even deserve any credit for. Yeah,
hope this has benefited you guys,
right,
as much as it has benefited me.
All right, hold on.
I really like these case studies. I find them fascinating.
What case study? You didn't say anything. You just said like, oh, look, these people are not happy. How do we get happy then? Like just a bunch of buzzwords from multiple different sources that you didn't even mention where you got them from, and you pretending that this has anything to do with Islam and has nothing to do with Islam, all right?
Rather than just lecturing our daughters and sisters.
But let's actually see. We'll actually take a look.
And
case study.
Sort of...
Have you actually ever done a case study? Maybe actually you should be involved in an actual case study to know what case studies mean, because this is not a case study. This is
discussion. Yeah, I think inshallah it will be more fruitful. So I wish you all the best, guys. Inshallah. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Hold on. Well, guys, you know where this is going. You guys know the drill, right? Like right after these people are offering a solution, what do? We take a crap on their solution. That's what we do right after, right? So That's you guys know, right? Let's take a look. Okay, so the whole point was like, okay, Paris Hilton lifestyle does not give you happiness, Muslim woman. Okay, Muslim woman. Islam gives you happiness, right? 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 We'll see about that. Okay. All right. Actually, let me look at my favorite one first. My favorite, by my favorite, I mean the worst one. Okay. This is Hadith Bukhari. Okay, I don't know if I want to read the full thing because it's kind of long, but you can see if you guys want to check it out. Here are the references, right? But look at this, right? This is the quote that Aisha said. Okay, the mother of believers, Aisha said, "I have not seen any woman." Let me highlight this. Oh no. I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. This is about a woman that Aisha mentioned that she's being beaten up by her Muslim husband. So she's saying, and the guys, this is at the best of times, right? This is at the time of Muhammad, this kind of society that Muslims want to go back to. And under that situation, Aisha is saying, I have not seen, and this is the mother of believers, okay? Aisha, the source of many, as most, I mean, not most, more than most people, Aisha is responsible for authentic hadith in Islam, right? So if it's anybody to be believed, is Aisha, right? When it comes to the record of what happened and what is true, right? And again, this is Sahih Bukhari. So this is Sahih Hadith. This is authentic. Bukhari is like one of the highest authoritative sources of Islamic scripture. So, and this is what we have. This is what you get under Muhammad's ruling at the best of time in the Islamic world. That woman, no woman suffers as much as, and by believing Muslim, I think it says mu'mineen. Let's see, mu'min, oh, mu'minat, because it's female. So this means Muslim woman, right? Let's look at something here. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi said, "After me, I have not left any trial more severe to men than women." I don't think trial is a good translation for, what is the word here? Fitna. There's another one here of the same hadith that says, after me, I have not left any affliction more harmful to men than women. This is the Prophet of Islam. So happy, so lovely. You see, not Paris Hilton lifestyle, Islam. Islam tells you that you are the most harmful affliction to men that Muhammad left behind. Again, guys, this is Sahih Bukhari. Let's do the Quran last. Let's look at this one. Okay, hold on, let me see what you guys say. Night Sindonia saying, it is funny how every religion tries to monopolize sex as a means of control. To them, this is just another means of control. Yeah, and actually it's a smart move because we are sexual animals, and if you want to control people emotionally, controlling their sex life is a very strategic move to make. Oh, David, you're late. You should watch this. David's like, what's going on with Paris? You should watch this from the beginning. Oh, this one is narrated by Aisha. Again, this is Sahih Bukhari. What does this one say? Again, you can see the references right here if you guys want to go check it out. If you don't believe me, says the things. Wait. Oh, here. Aisha mentioned in this hadith the things which annual prayer were mentioned before me, and those were the things which annual. Oh. Yes, a dog, a donkey, and a woman. Oh yeah. So basically, I think this is talking about what can be what the thing that should be, the things which annual prayers were mentioned before me. And oh yeah, okay. So a donkey. Hold on, let me actually make sure that I'm getting this right. Donkey. The things which annual prayers were mentioned before me. Okay, a dog, a dog, a donkey, and a woman. Yeah, okay. And Aisha said, "You have compared us women to donkeys and dogs by Allah. I saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam praying while I used to lie in my bed between him and the Qibla. Whenever I was in need of something, I disliked to sit and trouble the Prophet, so I would slip away by the side of his feet." Okay, so this is actually maybe Aisha is saying that this is Aisha corrected somebody. So this is not a fair one to use, because maybe somebody else compared women to dogs and donkeys, and Aisha was like, "Shut the hell up! You cannot do that to us," right? So, but who? Okay, so this one was already corrected in the time, so maybe that's not fair one to use, right? Let's look at this one. This is Sahih Bukhari again. Oh yeah, this is the juiciest one. Okay, let me just make sure to see if I can use this one, if it's fair to use that. Yes. Okay, this is fair to use this one. Okay, this one is definitely fair to use, and this is a very very famous one. Okay, and this is a damning one. Okay, Sahih Bukhari, again, you can see the references on the screen. Okay, narrated by this dude over here. I'm not going to read his name. Once Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi went out to Musalla to offer the prayer of Eid al. Okay, where's the Arabic? I can read the Arabic better. Eid al. Can't find the word. Anyways, guys, when you look at the hadith, like all of the beginning is like, it's just like this guy told this guy, this guy told this guy, this guy told this guy, and the hadith just starts from here. So the chain of narration is like, I think it's in the hadith. Oh no, it's actually okay. Man, all the Arabic learning that we had in school, all of it gone. Okay, so what happened? Then he passed by the. Okay, so he went to do prayers, but he passed. Then he passed by the woman and said, "Oh woman, okay, give alms, as I have seen the majority of the dwellers of hellfire were you women." Right. So this is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi mentioning in Sahih Bukhari. Okay, so this is authentic hadith. Him saying that, "Woman, I've seen hell. I've seen the dwellers of hell, and most of them were women." And the women ask, guys, again, imagine this: happiness in Islam for Muslim women. Oh, yay! Most of you gonna be fuel for hellfire. Isn't that awesome? I mean, who needs these women in heaven anyways? You're gonna get virgins. Maybe like a lot of men are frustrated with their wives. They're like, "I'm glad most of you are gonna go to hell. God damn it! Like, I don't have to deal with your crap. Once we're dead, I'm gonna have my virgin angels, and you guys could just go to hell, literally." But so Muhammad was saying, like, "Yeah, you women, I've seen hell. Most of the people in hell are women, so you guys better be." Okay. So, and then women ask, "Why is it so, oh Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi?" He replied, and guys, before I read the reply of Muhammad, remember that this guy is telling Muslim, going like this, saying Muslim women that do not follow Paris Hilton's lifestyle. Happiness is in Islam for Muslim women. Let's see what Prophet Muhammad. Why is it that when Prophet Muhammad went to hell, and saw the dwellers of hellfire, why did he see mostly women? Let's see what Islam has to say. He replied, why? Okay, this is Muhammad is saying this. This is authentic hadith. This is Islamic canon, Sunni Islamic canon. Okay, this nobody could deny that this is not Islamic scripture. Okay, because this is Muhammad saying this. You curse frequently, and by you he's saying women. Okay, women as a whole. You curse frequently and are ungrateful to your husbands. I have not seen anyone more deficient in intelligence and religion than you. A cautious, sensible man could be led astray by some of you. The woman asked, "O Allah's Messenger, sallallahu alayhi, what is deficient in our intelligence and religion?" He said, again, this is Muhammad speaking, "Is not the evidence of two women equal to the witness of one man?" Do you know what this is? You guys know what this is referring to? This is referring to a Quranic verse. So the Quranic verse itself doesn't tell you why. The Quran says that the testimony of a woman is like half of a man, right? It doesn't tell you why. But this hadith tells you, and Muhammad uses the Quranic verse. Like, are you guys morons? Have you not seen the Quran verse? Isn't that evidence that you guys are half? You are guys like half as every man. Like when it comes to intelligence, come on, like if that's not evidence. You know how Muslims always like look at the Quran and try to do gymnastic arguments and try to make certain verses mean something else. Muhammad is like, guys, the Quran means exactly what you think it does. Like, come on, like I have evidence. That's like, what do you think? Why do you think? Why do you think that that two women equal the witness of one man? Duh. Like, so I mean, if Muhammad is saying that about that verse, like we should apply the same standards to the other verses of the Quran as well. Like, yeah, it means exactly what you think it does, right? So it's, yeah. They replied in the affirmative. So the woman like, yeah, I guess it's yeah, you're right. We are idiots. We are half a man because there's a Quranic verse. Yep. You can't deny the Quran. You can't deny the Quran. I mean, come on, it's the Quran. And then he said, Muhammad continued, "This is the deficiency in her intelligence. Isn't it true that a woman can neither pray nor fast during her how do you say this? During her period. Her period. When she's bleeding. Okay? How do you say this?
Menses.
Menses. That doesn't sound right. Okay. During her menses. Menses. That sounds cuter than it should. Okay. During her period. Okay. The woman replied, yeah. Okay. So basically, Muhammad, for the intelligence, he gave you a Quranic proof, right? And now he's doing the same thing for why you're half as, good as men when it comes to religion. And he's like, is it not true that you're not able to pray and you can't even fast when you're having your period? And the woman like, yeah, that's true. And Muhammad said, this is the deficiency in her religion. That's why you're half a man, both in intelligence and in religion. Here's a question. Let's say that is true. Which one of these two it's woman's fault? So remember how this started. This started by Muhammad saying, you guys are going to go to hell. And then they ask why. Well, because you're dumb and you're not religious enough. And then they ask why. Well, because like here's the evidence. You're made this way. So if we move backwards to where we started, women are made to go to hell. Because did women choose to have their period? I mean, can you guys choose? I don't think so. I don't think it works like that. Have women, let's say they're half as intelligent as men, which is not true. Studies have shown that. Studies have shown that the average is the same, but the distribution is not the same, right? So the average is the same, but men have more share of both crazies and geniuses, right? So it's like the bell curve is like this for both. The average is right, almost the same, but for women the bell curve is like this. For men the bell curve is like a little bit like this. Okay, so this is not true then. I mean that's what I've seen. Maybe we have new data. Don't if I'm wrong, let me know. So that's wrong, but let's say it's right. Let's say it's right. If it is right, who made women that way? Was it not Allah? Is it not Allah who made women that way? I mean, if all women are like this, I mean, if all women are half as intelligent as men, then they had no say in it. So they are the majority of the dwellers of hellfire are women for reasons that they had no say in. So Paris Hilton being all sad here and be like, oh my God, life is so hard. All this wealth is not bringing me happiness. Well, at least her philosophy, her failed philosophy of life does not condemn her to be fuel for the fires of hell for eternity because of how Allah designed her to be. I mean, which one of these is more depressing? I mean, do you guys see a little bit of tear here? A little bit of tear from Paris Hilton saying like, I'm sad. Where is it? Like, I feel sad for her. I hope she gets happy. Like, I'm not making fun of her. To be fair, okay. But she was a little bit sad. Like, oh, I thought this was gonna bring me happiness. Where's the tear part? Here. What is it? Where is it? Like, it was sad here. Okay, but did you guys notice her at any point here screaming in agony and pain from being burned alive? Did you notice any of that anywhere here? I didn't notice any of that. Yeah, but I think I think this is a little bit worse. Just a tiny bit worse. Just a tiny bit, Muslim woman. A tiny bit worse. Obviously, we have to show this verse as well. This is the most famous one, but you guys already know this, so it's going to be repetitive. If I mention it, you guys all know this one, right? This is the Quranic verse. Beat your wives, this teaches, right? Quran 4:34. I'm not going to repeat this one because we have gone over this a million freaking times, right? It's the most famous anti-woman part of the Quran, which it shouldn't be the most famous one. The most famous one should be the one that they capture slave women at war. Why is this one getting more attention than that one? But again, I think maybe because it is people relate to it because actually wife beating actually happens today. Right? Capturing women as slave in war, that's maybe less relatable. We don't see that happening every day. But again, this is the Quranic verse that it commands you. It doesn't say it's okay. It commands you to strike, to hit your wives, not if they have been disobedient, only if you fear disobedience. To be fair, you have to try 2 other methods at first. You have to first not talk to them, and then you have to abandon them from bed. But then if you still fear disobedience, not if they have been disobedient, but if you just fear disobedience, then you beat them. You beat them. That's what the Quranic verse is. So happy, Muslim woman. Oh, Muslim woman, do not do a Paris Hilton way. Do the one that says men are in charge of women according to the Quran, and if you step out of line, you should be beaten up. So happy. This is the cure for all your sad. This is what Islam brings to Muslim women. Okay? This is what it offers. So sweet, so loving, so kind. Anyways, let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Oof, guys, chill. I'm not going to highlight that one. You guys are trying to get us demonetized? All right, skeptic bubble. There is a common theme in the Islamic teachings. We could torture and kill you, but you should be grateful that we didn't do that yet. I like to separate the parts that is about the afterlife and the ones that are about this life. I focus mostly. Okay, so I noticed that the anti-Muslim bigots mostly exaggerate some parts of the teaching of Islam that is about what they get to do in this life. So just be mindful of that, okay? I focus more on what Allah is about to do to us because, again, even if it's not true and we don't believe in it, it's within their ideology. They believe it. And it's disgusting. It's horrendous. It's vile for anybody to believe in any of that. But again, I do highlight the parts that it's about this world as well, like the wife beating, right? Like that happens. That's not God punishing you. That's telling you what to do to a woman in this life. And yeah. What are you guys talking about? Why are you guys talking about Canada and Putin and given the all but open enslavement of Indians and Africans in the Gulf countries, I think all of the slavery verses are irrelevant today. Yes, yeah, but there is not like I mean Yazidi women were captured. I'm just saying, like the average, Muslim internet user is not going to be like shocked. Like, I mean, people. Okay, the Yazidi women that have been captured as slaves, and the people in Libya and stuff like that. They're not your average internet YouTube consumer. Okay, so the people that are like, oh, let me do my research on Islam. For some reason, they don't get shocked. I mean, I'm not saying this is right. I'm just saying that people get more emotionally invested in things that hits closer to them at home, right? So again, that's why I say like those should be more shocking, right? But if you tell people like, oh yeah, the Quran endorses slavery, you're like, oh yeah, that's horrible, and like, oh, it also teaches you that you should beat your wife. You're like, wife beating is endorsed in Islam. Like, yeah, but also capturing and having sex with slaves without their consent and that all this stuff. You're like, yeah, but wife beating. Yeah, so I think like it's just like, again, wife beating is horrible. Please do not like. Oh my god, this is gonna get me in trouble. I just think like things that are more relevant to things that they could see happening. They see that as more shocking. I think maybe that's just a hypothesis. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Harshit is saying one of my teachers used to say, "Let your destination be the journey itself." Oh yeah. Basically, that's another version of "Smell the Roses" kind of thing. What are we talking about? People justify all of that. I've had all justifications thrown at me. Yep. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've seen it all. Not even thinking of the Yazidis, just even the poor Indians or Pakistani women go to work as housemaids in Qatar. Their passports are confiscated and they are held as slaves, essentially. Yep. Yeah, I know about all that. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Terrell. But again, for some reason people do not relate to that. And I'm saying yes, you're right. They should. That's the more that's shocking, and people should pay attention to that. Skeptic Bubble saying, I would not say it's bigotry towards Islam. I'm saying that they demand respect and gratefulness towards basic human rights. What is this in response to? I don't know what you're responding to. Katie saying, I'm sick of Muslim apologists telling me that the wife beating is not wife beating because I don't know Arabic. Well, just read the tafsir then. Just tell them, like, look, your Islamic scholars, every single one of them thinks the same thing. And the recent reformist ones that don't are laughed at out of every Islamic school of thought. Like, the Arabic speaking scholars, like, tell them, like, their credentials is way below them, so they should shut the hell up. Say, like, I brought somebody that knows more about the Arabic than you do, and their tafsir of these Quranic verses says that it means wife beating. So, yeah. Terrell saying, a few years ago, a Sri Lankan woman came home from the Gulf. Okay, we're moving a little bit away. Okay. A Sri Lankan woman came from the Gulf where she worked as a housemaid, and doctors found nails in her bones. If that is not slavery, I don't know what is. Yes, I agree that is slavery, and it's very bad. All right. Jesus, Sarah. Holy crap. No. I'm not. Why did I highlight that? Let me highlight this one instead. Crap. Man, I'm not even joking. I've seen some of these Muslim YouTubers. They go and take parts of things. They edit these videos in such uncharitable ways. It's like, I have to, like, be very careful about how I word things. I mean, maybe I shouldn't even care. They're gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to keep this under 1 hour. Whoa, let's see if I could. Saying, most Muslims, even the ones who promote this worldview, don't talk about or even seem to know about the wife beating verse. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these problematic parts of Islam are being. A lot of Muslims are hearing in the past couple of years. They're hearing about it for the first time because of anti-Islam critics. They're like, I didn't even know that was in there. I remember, for example, when there was these 3 Muslim girls. Oh my god, there were these 3 Muslim girls in the middle of a riot in Vancouver. There was this one Christian guy who was, like, going out. I have that on video, by the way. Talking about how basically doing his anti-Islam thing, right? So he was telling these, like, how Islam bad, these Muslim girls that were, like, listening, and they were trying to see what this guy has to say, and they were trying to respond to him, like, okay. And then the Christian guy got to the part, like, told them about Muhammad had sex with Aisha when she was 9 years old, and these 3 Muslim girls, they were like, what disgusting! What are you talking? Like, their faces, like, it was so. I mean, go on, like, their faces, like, what? No, like, this guy. That's not. They're like, that's not in Islam. Their faces were, like, shocked, right? So, yeah, I mean, it was just their facial expression that I added the words. It was their face, like, they were just like, that's not. What are you talking about? So I was like laughing right there, like, oh my god, these girls, they have no idea. Oh, these poor girls have no idea. They have no idea what else is in there. Oh, I remember when I was in Iran, we had a private class separate from high school, because in high school girls and boys are separated. But we had a private class that was supposed to prepare us for university entrance exam, and these private classes, we had both boys and girls, but we, like, sat at separate parts of the class. But it was, like, because it wasn't official, we managed to do that. But, like, you pay extra to get more classes to be able to go to to be able to pass the university entrance exam. And there was this chapter of the Islamic teaching that was supposed to tell you why Islam is pro-woman, and you get exposed to how anti-woman Islam is the first time when they try to defend how pro-woman it is, because for a lot of us, we didn't even know that it was anti-woman until they tried to teach us that it's actually pro-woman. Like, we're like, wait, what are we even defending against? Like, what is this, right? And when we went through some of the Quranic verses and some of the Islamic teachings, there was this girl in the class that just started crying. And at that time I couldn't understand, like, why is she crying? This is teaching you that why Islam is pro-woman. But for it to teach you why it's pro-woman, it had to go through the actual teachings of Islam about women. And I remember the teacher going to her and be like, it's okay. This happens all the time. Cry it out. And I was like, this happens all the time. Like, and again, this is a girl, high school girl, that is being exposed to actual Islamic teaching about women, not because of any, and not through any anti-Muslim bigots or Islamophobes or Western propaganda, being given through, like, being taught exactly what Islam teaches you by Muslims through a pro-Muslim propaganda, and even they could see what it is saying. And when they saw what it actually is saying, they just started crying. Like, they could, like, like when the teacher was going through the list of the teachings about what the role of woman in Islam, that's when she all of a sudden she couldn't stop and she just started crying. Like, I don't know, like, at that time I was confused. At that time, like, what's going on here? This is like, I don't see anything wrong here. But now I understand why she was crying. Okay, so I have to make sure I end this before 1 hour, because nobody's gonna watch this if we hit more than 1 hour. Okay, let me see if there's any other comment. Oh yeah, Katie saying Harris Sultan has a new video raising concerns that there could be a civil war in Pakistan in the near future. Well, I mean, Harris Sultan knows about Pakistan more than I would ever. However, I'm always skeptical when people say that, because I heard that so many times and about other places, and it didn't come true. But again, maybe it comes true, right? I mean, for example, in Iran, right? It's been, for the past 40 years, people have been saying the government is gonna fall any day now. Next week, probably. Next week, this month for sure, definitely this year. And that's what they've been saying for the past 40 years. And now they're saying, like, United States is going to be civil war in United States. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I'm just very skeptical about these predictions. But again, Harris Sultan knows a lot more about Pakistan. Maybe he's right. But again, I've heard those predictions about a lot of people that knew more than me about the politics in Iran, and those, again, so just be skeptical. It's so easy, okay? Be skeptical. It's the most intellectually honest position to have, and it doesn't take that much, right? You don't have to pretend to know things, okay? Be like, just like, look, watch me. This is how it's done. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's possible. See how that was done? Try it. Try it right now. All right. Oh, yes. And guys, like and subscribe and all of that. All right, I'm going to go. You know the drill. Subscribe. Every single one of you. If you're not subscribed, I'm going to find you. I know where you live. I'm going to come to you, and you're not going to like it. I'm not going to say exactly what I'm going to do, because YouTube is not going to like that, but I know where you live. Subscribe right now. I know there's thousands of you that are watching these videos, not this one, but all of them. and just not subscribing. How are you even finding these videos if you're not subscribed? Just subscribe. Just subscribe now, and then after hit the bell icon, and then all. Bell icon, all. Hit the notification bell icon, all. The subscribe button doesn't do much unless you hit the bell button. It's stupid, but that's how YouTube works. Just hit the bell button and then all. Do it now.